Welcome back to the museum. And I'm just looking at my new planter. This just turned up. I don't know much about it as yet. We will be playing around with it and see how it goes. It's a 2-row planter. You know, corn or maize, sunflower, that type of stuff. I'll go and get a tractor in a minute. It's a 3-point, so we'll have to find one of the 3.1s out. But I'm going to take some of this back. I've got a lot of stuff out here which really shouldn't be. Just come out of the cab just to see how this eye. See where the fixings are. This is it's a massy well, but really the front loader lorry. They also call it a skid steer. We got a chance to get one of these, so we thought we'd take it. And make the real pigs there. Yeah, that seems to work. Right, we'll park this over here next to the JCB. There's a few years difference between these two. And we're going to find ourselves a track. Now I don't know if the John Deere Model A will be quite heavy enough to take that planter. We will find out. There's a decent sized bucket on it. Right, where is the Model A? That's the Model. Oh well, I want to take this out of the way anyway. I'm going to have to spend a day clearing this stuff up. Just take until we find where the Model A is. I can never remember where I left things. You know me. Only too well, I hear you say. There's a Model A. We'll park this in here. And we'll see if this will carry it, but I've got a feeling it's going to be too tail end heavy for it. I hope this will do it, but we've still got that other field to plant the maize in, and I think the Amazon, was it no, the Hassia I was using, which I converted in house, will go down at the opening to show off it, because it's not a real thing, and I can't see where the everything is. There we go. Back we go. Back we go. Let's just see what it looks like. Well, the front wheel's on the ground at the moment, but I've got a feeling once we start a bit of seed in here, I'm not certain how this will load either. Well, I'm going to have to back to the bags and press R, or if it's been converted for air loading. This was, I think, maybe dog face. If I remember, it's only just come onto Mod Hub about a week ago by the time you see this. And after complaining last week there wasn't anything much, that I had to make my own, or convert my own. Oh, come on, out of the way, come on. That way, that's it. Good customers, not customers, good visitors. I thought this sort of came as a bolt from the blue, but the author had said that he made this because he knew it was in the classic pack, not the modern classic, but the original classic pack. Oh, I just don't know how things. Oh, look at that. There's a good chance they will actually load from the top. Let's find out. Oh, might do if I lift. If I drop this down, that'd be a lot easier, won't it? Yes, it will. Let's drop it right on the bag, why don't you? That'll split the seed. Right. Yes. Ah, look at that. We have seed in there. There's one bag. As you see, I've got the seed bag we went and picked up last week. I think we just put 2 bags in there. It should be enough. We need to be quite close to a bird. So, oh yes, that is marvellous, because the species found one, but you couldn't air load it. You couldn't load it from bags, which spoils the effect slightly. Now, the other thing is, what happens when we take it off? Well, the front wheels are still on the ground. I think we're going to try it with this. Now I've got to remember which field we've got to go and do. It makes the front end seem a bit light, but that's not really a surprise. No one's up on the stands yet. But again, that's not a surprise. We left this one out here, so I'll just move this off. This should be the other one to do, I believe. I'll just move this out of the way. I think they're very similar width. In fact, we will check because that's warming up. The Hassia FP is 2 meters. See, I've got a hell of a lot of stuff in there. I might have to thin some of this out. And this is 2 meters. Only holds 100 litres. That's one sack, roughly. Only needs 20 horsepower. And you see what it does. Sunflower, soya, maize, and beet. In fact, I would have thought that beet seed are quite small. You'd actually put those mainly through a conventional seeder. Not that really matters. Now, this is the test. Will it work? Just get this out of the way. I think whilst I'm here, I'm going to take this down where I said I was going to put it. So I don't do it now, I'll just forget. I'm going to put this down on the other side of the open to the Fair Agri crawler. Tractor's coming back, there's just the seed left there. So again, it shows where we are and helps people to find a way here, not at the right place. A lot of the signage is good. I could move that back a bit. Actually, I should drop those buckets slightly, because people are going to catch the angles on that. And I'm certain the ladies are not going to like having the stockings snagged. Sorry, tights nowadays, because the tights snagged on those buckets, because they're not exactly as smooth as finishing the world on buckets. Alright, there we go. That's where we're going to put this. And I'm going to actually put a whole load of stuff. As I find it's not working too well, I'm not going to get rid of it anymore. I'm going to put it up here. That's advertiser for the museum. Tuck that in a bit. That should do it. Try not to go actually on the road. Yes, there we are. If we need to use it, we know where it is. It sounds like agri there. If we want it, we know where it is. We'll take this up and park this to one side. For the winter, I shall have to put everything away, because I don't want, even for the autumn, I don't want everything out right to the worst of the weather. Although this time of year, there should be no problem all the summer. Even early autumn is going to be fine, but once we get much past that, I'm going to have to start putting things away. Put all my toys away. Oh, what's weird that we can take another one of those trailers out of the way from here. And we have got some people in the summer who have said they want to camp here, so we will see a couple of tents up. We're not making it open to everyone, it's just a few people will be able to use it. Because these I had open when I was doing the bales, when I sold the bales all for this trailer especially. Just move it off the grass here. I'm not going to try and reverse this anyway, I'll just park it. Says I parked the other one, complete with tractor along the side. I was watching Species the other day, and he was saying how good a certain member of the community is, Darren Castle, who is actually the author of this map, but he's one of these guys that if you happen to mention something which isn't right, he will go out his way to do it. I was trying to remember which track that was, had the awfully large fuel capacity, because it's one of mine. I've got to cut that down. Oh well, we'll look for it later. So it's not this one, no, not this, that's about right. There's one here with a terrible large fuel tank. This one, I've got to change that W9, get into the XML and see if I can just cut that down to about 40-50 litres. That won't have much more than that on there. Now let's get back to the John Deere. I could of course just tab. I decided to get rid of my habit of tabbing everywhere. Right, now check which one it is. I think we want to do this one. Just drop. I think this is the one. I think we have maize over here. Yeah, we do. So we're going to put another field of maize in here. It's got to be mainly seeding today. And now we've got that little bit of work out of the way, and we'll see how well this works. So far, it's impressed me. I better just change it to the right seed. That's better. So I only just picked this up. Time of writing this, time of recording this, time of writing. So I have no idea how it works. Oh well, that's I don't think this has quite got enough oomph to pull it. And I think what's happening is it's going too deep, but I'm going to have to take that one off there. Still can't use it with this. Never mind. I think this might just be far too heavy for this. We'll go across and the Seator again. It's got to be some of the 3 point. The Crawler, the Oliver, and the MAN's all got 3 points, but I'm not going to use any of those. Park this in here. Got to go and pick up the forks that's on one farm here. Oh, turn it off. I just want to drop these. See what it looks like now. It's a little bit better. Yeah, that'll do. That's a little bit neater. That's no good. How about the Hurleyman? 3 point, yes. And actually, this was made to go with this type of thing. I used the Seator last time. So that W9 has certainly got to be cut down to size. That fuel tank. I've got modern tractors on some of the farms with less fuel capacity than that. As normal, work is a bit stuttery. Not really getting anything much done. No, I better wait for these to cross over. Sorry, we missed them all. It says in the museum curator's handbook, try not to damage your visitors. It's bad for a business, it says. Let's see if this will work. If it don't, that's better, yes. I want the 3 points a bit low on the John Deere. I noticed the 3 points on a lot of the stuff at all different heights, which does not help. I doubt if that will get rid of the stuff that's already in the ground. Would we have? Oh, it has. Well, that looks alright. Oh, I'm happy with that. Oh. And this is what Species, my good friend Species, they should be doing with a hoe and spade and hand tools. You're probably right, these are very small fields, but they're not there to produce a lot of stuff. They're there to show off the gear, and the more fields I have, the more different bits of kit hopefully I can show on the museum. Not quite gonna do that, are we? The beeping you can hear is the seeder add-on, which tells you when you got it lifted. I forget what the hell they call it now. Oh, I wish I hadn't mentioned it. Mine's just gone a blank again. But that's the one you can put the tram lines in and all the other goodies. Oh, that's done. And as soon as you lift up, if you've got it switched on, it will warn you you're lifted. Doesn't stop me, I have to say, it does not stop me from still making a complete mess of it by still forgetting I got lifted and driving on to do one. The only thing I can't use that on is the hell is that called? Let's see if I can see one. Proceed, that's it. The only one I can't use it on is the seeder from SOB, because it works slightly differently. And also you can't use that with manual attach. You can, but you can't take anything off once you've got it on, because it always shows it's running. We'll do about 3 headlands, then we'll start going a bit up and down. It's a good job it doesn't matter when you seed and whether you run over the freshly seeded area or not. Yes, I'm still come out of the cab and just see if we can see how this thing works. See what actually is revolving. Oh yeah. Now that's a belt drive, but it looks like. No, oh, if my voice went slightly different, I stepped away from the mic, or I moved my head a bit to have a closer look. But yeah. So one of these must, yes, the wheels drive that, which drives the seed dispenser. Yes. Well, I think the author's name was Dogface, so I got it wrong. I do apologise. But it's a big thumbs up for me who love this old equipment. So this, I can't really do that like that, can I? It's been a bit silly. There'd be a little bit of time from going forward, going back to going forward again. If I miss bits, I'm not going to worry. As is normal. Can't remember what else we got on here. Fruit type 2. Fruit type. Yeah, there we are. Shows what we're putting in. I do love this display. Alright, we'll do one more headland and we'll start going up and down. We should have enough room then. Yes, it's a nice, simple seeder that works. And I have to commend Dogface for making this. Again, I hope I got his name right. I meant to double check before I start recording and clean forgot. But this is excellent piece of work again. Thank you so much. You can see how it's working. Very small capacity, which also is good because you wouldn't have stuff like this too large because of weight problems. I'm going to get back in the cabin. Might better see what the hell I'm doing. I doubt it. I'm just hoping that a lot of the people who made stuff for 17 and 15 before that, and 13 before that, are going to carry on and make stuff for... Oh, I didn't really mean to drop that just yet, never mind. For 19 when it comes out. Now I understand it's slightly more difficult with this different way they're doing the textures now. Not that I understand all that governance. Right, we can start. Actually, look at this, I might be best off to go up and down this way. This is broad. Yes, this old saying, it's as broad as long, so we will go this way. It's the way I'm used to going. It's as broad as long, as they say. We already used about half our seed, and we're not halfway through here yet, so we will have to fill up again. This is where I almost wish I'd have put gearbox on, because it would have been easier doing this bit. Yeah, it would have been too if I could drive. Never mind, we can't have everything. Oh yes, I was talking about species and Darren, he was saying, because he's playing Watts Farm Revisited. He's gone back onto Watts, which is what I consider typical farm for species. Everybody has their own typical farm, I find. All my friends who make YouTube, I think they've got a typical farm, and that one definitely is typically species. It's small equipment, old equipment, and it suits his style down to the ground. And I commend watching Species 7. I commend Species 7 and recommend you to watch them. And also see if you can hear Dexter, his rather vocal cat in the background. I might have trouble with Alice, but at least she doesn't try to talk away for a video. We've all got our little quirks, and I think species myself with cats. Other people can't stand cats. I love the little beasts. Oh, I don't know. But, you know, the size fields I've got, it come back to species thing about my fields being small on it. They are small. There were too big standard for what I wanted to do. There wasn't enough of them. I wasn't going to play around and try and get another field in to be part of the museum. So I'll just use what we've got, and we're making the slightly smaller fields. Oh, 31. At least what's left there is the percentage left. So it's quite easy on this to keep it, to know what percentage you got in the tank. I think what I might start doing is, rather than let's put it like this, go one side to the other. Start on once, do this side and go up to the top and then meet in the middle. But yes, I am rather pleased with this cedar. If you're watching the species, yes, recommended. If you want a bit small, but then again it would be small for this type of thing, and I think it'd suit Watt's farm brilliantly. And it top and you load from bags. So anybody else planning a small farm, and incidentally I hope to be recording tomorrow another a very short series to go on at the weekends, not every weekend I have to say, on a French map, and can't remember the top, but it's recommended by Phil, who wants to see me play it. He thinks it would suit my style, and we'll give it a go. I'm going to play that, not necessarily with all this very small equipment which I'm using on here. I must probably play it with the stuff the author has left to be used on it, and play it as a very standard let's play. I haven't done that hardly ever. I've always played with the fields and the equipment. I can't let anything alone. And we're almost there. We should get something else done, or I'll soon. Oh, well, no show won't be. Well, as it's a very small amount, I'm going to turn the tractor off. I'm going to open the back up and I'm going to walk over there, as we're not far away. Oh yeah, you can see very low. And pick up that bag we had left. It's over here. Good day. I do like our visitors. That's another thing about Darren. This species was sad. Darren saw what I was doing with this and made me this special one, which parts of this are now in this latest release anyway. I think the people walk around the museum at the parts. One you won't get is where the tools and equipment reset. That is just for this one. It's better. Oh, I think we'll see if we've got enough there. How much we got? Oh no, we won't have enough. 20 will not get us through, so we're going to get another bag and just chuck the bag to one side. Sorry mate, I didn't mean to run in front of you like that. And I've got a special loading screen on here. Makes me feel special, this map. Oh, it really does. I've helped out in doing a little bit of publicity for different maps, but it's the first time I've had one built and converted for me. I think he most probably what it was Darren seen the mess I make when I convert stuff myself. He didn't want that to happen to his map, but I can blame him. Right, must be full. Oh no, I better not leave that there. I'll just chuck it round the corner here. If I leave it there, I'm bound to run over it. No, we're not full, but one side's full, but the other side is. Have a look at that. Oh, I hit the wrong. Yeah, I need to go and get that back, and we ain't full yet. And it looks like it actually fills the two sides differently. Ah, that's got it. That one's full. And that side's full. That's about what I expected to have left. I'll leave it in the middle there, so I'll run over it when I come out. That's better. Put the cap's back on. Which I'll lift it up, because we're at the end of that. Whoops. Don't want to reverse, I want to go forward. This type of equipment really adds to the play value, in my opinion, where you can actually load it from bags. The bags I use are from LS Modern Company. Slow Tide at LS Modern Company has its own, I forget what he calls the pack now, it's on Mod Hub. But it's a full pack. They converted piece of equipment to actually, well, it's actually part of the belt system that you pull the big containers of seeds in, and that, or fertiliser, and it brings it out into small bags that we've got here. Or you can buy the bags direct, which is what I do. In fact, let's have a quick look at that. As I mentioned it as handwork. There we are, this one. See, Slow Tide 63, nice guy actually, very nice guy. And this is what it consists of. A fertiliser, seed and pig food, all in these small sacks. All these small 100 litre sacks. And you get a pickup which will take bags on there. This is the bagger. This turns them from large containers into small bags. The small bags you see there. 2 trailers. I think this one is more a conventional trailer. This one certainly you can cart in bags, which is the one I'm using. It's a very nice little set. The Slow Tide has made some good stuff. I don't always credit pillows I use, which I should do a lot more than I do. But Slow Tide, I've chatted to him via the PCSG forums in the past. He's the one behind the soy milk plant and 1 or 2 other things. He likes doing things slightly differently. Now he's also the one who made the modular barn system, which I have to try and find some background, put one of those up again. See where we missed some, but I'm going to leave that. Now what's going to happen if one of these fields will be picked with the corn picker, as I'm assured it works now, and we will find out, and the other one will be chaffed using probably the little chaffer from the classic pack, which I think I've got on here. I hope so. I've got the rest of the classic pack, so I should have that. Can't find out how many more fields we've got to do. I don't think there's many more. But the more I see this, the more I like this. This is a... oh, don't want to drop it yet. This is a nice piece of kit. Yes, it's going to take a long time. You wouldn't want to do a 100-acre field with it. But if you run a small farm, this will suit you down to the ground. Oh, we'll just go across here and just make certain I've got all the middle here. A very nice piece of kit. Again, thank you to the orphan. Probably the orphan won't see this, but if he does, it's a thank you. I'm not going to feel that. I'll better come back and pick. No, if I don't pick that up now, I'm going to forget all about it. In fact, what else have we got to put in? We got sunflower, anything like that to put in? No, we've got sunflower up there. Maize on 2, rape, barley, wheat, soy. The other rye is down there, so we've got 2 more to do. One of them, potatoes up there. Oh, we've got oat and sugar beet. I haven't put sugar beet in. I think I'm going to put sugar beet on this small field here. So, in fact, this will do beet, so we haven't finished with this yet. Oh. Let's do this properly. Let's lift the tops. Drop it down so it's easy to get in. I don't know how much beet we're going to want. Oh, it's just a bit filled it again. Yeah, 93%. I don't think we're going to complain about that. Lift it up again, and we want to change that to beet. There we are. And we'll do that small one there, and it'll just be oats to put in, and we will have done. Then we go through and fertilise the whole thing, and we're probably in the next episode. So, don't think we get this seeded and the oat seeded and still have time to fertilise. And that Darren comes into it again, because I'll be using Darren's conversion. I found this, I told you before, I found this fertiliser sprayer. I forget whose it was, but it was too wide for me for what I wanted. It's a nice standard soil texture. Soil texture is particularly nice on here. Don't normally look too closely at it, yeah. But that's Darren. He's also a perfectionist, I believe. But I know he's got several fans amongst us YouTubers who's helped out in the past. I know myself and Species are very happy to call him a friend. And if you haven't as yet tried this map, this is Willow River Farm on PCSG. That's just about everything I'm trying is at the moment. By Darren Castle. Give it a try. You won't regret it. It's got a good selection of different size fields. Well, the brakes worked on this thing. Got a good selection of different size fields. All the modern mods are on there. There's the graze mod, there's the water mod. So seasons, of course. You say, of course, yeah, it's unusual now to find a map that isn't seasons ready. And it's also got its own geo made for the area he's mapped. It's not recommended at all for more realistic. Some of the slopes and are more realistic to deal with. But it's taken from real life data, so it's this farm or this area. As I say, you've not only got a full-size farm, normal farm, but you also got this. I would say this would be good for multiplayer actually. If you've got someone who wants to play on a small farm, as well as others who want to play on a big farm, this would work. There's actually 2 fields only, and I'll just split them down, and there's meadows, grass meadows as well come with the thing. You can't have animals on this bit, although we have got some chickens on there, some that Darren put on, but they can't produce eggs. They're sterile chickens. Well, I think I've praised up Darren Species and Dogface enough today. But what I've learnt on this today is this mod works, and it works flaming well. And it certainly suits the classics pack that came out. When you look at this looks right, just looks dead right. I'm not going to bother. I know I can't really level any of this up, much as I'd like to. The Classics pack was well converted. As well, this is part of the Hurleyman out of the Classics pack. This is the pack I first saw in 13, came as a free add-on in 13, I believe. Or I got it free anyway. It could have been that it was part of a promotion when I bought FFS 2013. Came out again in 15 as definitely a free add-on by Giants, converted by Giants. And I'm going to be honest here, Giants didn't make a brilliant job of converting it, in my humble opinion. Now this set has been well converted. Now I don't know if he went back to 13 to convert it right up from the original stuff, or he converted and put right the stuff that was in 15. Well, you see, you got movement gauges down there. I've got a feeling that the Giants 115, the gauges didn't move. Just got that. You know, the mirrors didn't work when they had mirrors, which isn't very often. And I can't remember the author's name of this now. Yeah, I will call him the author. He's done such a good job. I'm going to call him the author of it. How are we doing anyway for time? 44 minutes. I'm going to start doing this again now, because it's not becoming the other end, but it's a simple way of doing it. If you're a simple beggar like me, I think we will have to fill up with seed again. This is the last time we use this year. Now I'm not saying what I'm going to do when 19 arrives. I'm going to try and do at least one season on here. I already said that the challenge, newbie challenge, will certainly go for 2 game years. We'll carry on with that for 2 game years, or until I go bankrupt, whichever is the sooner. And remember, on using seasons, you can go bankrupt. If you haven't got any money to repair your tractors and you're already at your full loan, you can't do anything. Still don't think I'd want to dig this by hand. I'm just thinking what species said. Still don't think I'd want to dig this by hand. It's bad enough doing the allotment now. But some of you will find out as you get older, hard physical work ceases to have any attraction. Well, I've never had much attraction for me anyway. It's got even less now. I think we might as well turn this way. Now I have got ground compaction mod on there, so I should imagine I'm compacting the mind you, I don't think I didn't plough this side, did I? So it doesn't really make any difference. It's going to be fairly well compacted anyway. I think we might just get this one finished, and next time we come back we will put the oats in. I'm not certain what. I'm going to probably use the SOB seeder. It works well, I like it. I could get the Massey seeder, but just decided to go the other way for a while. I was getting dizzy. I was screwing myself into the ground and we're getting very short of seed again. We got 11 litres of seed left. I'm not certain if you'd actually measure seed in litres. But then again, I use the metric system, but I'm not comfortable with it. Right, I'm going to switch that off, take the top off, go get another bag of seed. Now which way is the hoops? This is the one where the oats going in. But everything will now be planted, and we will wait for the stuff to start to show above the surface of the ground. Because normally what you do if you're doing seeding like this, you take a trailer of seed with your bags of seed. Oh, I chucked one out there. You wouldn't just go back and pick up one at a time, unless the sprayer, for those that are new to this series, that's the sprayer that Darren converted for me. Cut it down by about half the width, and also done it so I had a choice of tyres for it, either crop destruction or non-crop destruction. As I always play with crop destruction on, I picked the non-crop destruction tyres, or wheels of course. Well, you would, wouldn't you? This is one of the better ideas that Giants had on 17, actually allowing you to handball things. Just like doing things like this. They have to get quite close. That's it. No. I better just put this back on the path, because if not, I'll just forget about it. It's just 9% left in there. Yeah, I think we've finished this off, and in fact what I'm going to do is, once we've got that there, we'll probably put the lids on off the thing, can we? Now, I'm just going to get on the thing, put the lids back on. That's better. I think we will take a shot of that. So it's... that will do nicely. Center it well. And no, it's got, what's this writing on the side? Was a warning sign. But that is well made. 2-roll corn planter, I think it is planting more because it's the only texture I think you've got unless you make your own. Let's bring the and we're almost done here now. Yes, well done to the author of this mod. It saved me a lot of hassle trying to remember which Hassia is the one I converted and which is standard. I didn't get around to change the colour, I just changed the colour very, very slightly. But this works. You find it on Mod Hub, it's under tools I think, or if you just go to the latest then it'll be in there. It is a tested mod, so it shouldn't break your game. Certainly hasn't broken this, and I'm using some very untested mods on there. Switch the lights on, I don't really want them on. Did put the yeah I did. I couldn't remember if I had the light HUD installed on this one or not. I try and have the same background, what I call background mods on each one. Sometimes I don't, like the display mod and this new light mod. I try and have them on every one I try it. Same as the Proceed is on just about every one. That's it. We are done. Well, we'll take this back. I'm going to set up the next seeder, and once we've got this tractor here, we might as well, oh, don't run over the seed. You mustn't do that once it starts to grow, once it's in the second growth stage. Will we get the rest of that in there? Let's find out. Can that be a help? No, I think it'll be about 1% left on. Ah, that's clever. Now that is clever. Top didn't come off. I don't have to put anything in there. Let's try again. Yes. Oh, unless you have the tops off, you can't fill them from the top. Brilliant idea. I am getting more and more in love with this particular mod. Not shouldn't really get in love with a piece of binary, I suppose. Right, this is going out the front to show off. And once we're done, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. If you're not a subscriber, go on, be a devil. Treat yourself, subscribe. Well, that's my grovel done. If you've got any comments, questions, queries, suggestions, or you know any other tools like this which work and are not having to be downloaded using crapnet, or was it craploader.net or uploader.crap, feel free to post them, post the links. But I will refuse to use craploader. Alright, I'm just going to hook on to the other seeder. Yeah, so any other comments, yeah, feel free to post them. I read every one and I try and reply to every one. If I don't, just shout at me. There it is, it's right in the corner there. I'm going to use this one. No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to use this one again. I try not to use the same tractor twice, but I think it's time that John Deere did some work. Instead of sitting there looking pretty. What else were we gonna... Oh yes, I think it's time for Merman to say cheerio for now. Cheerio.